Welcome back to Halftime Report on CNBC-TV18. Well, the US is looking to cut dependence on China and source more from across the world. That's the word coming in from the US FDA Commissioner. In an exclusive conversation with Ekta, he spoke about a whole host of issues. Ekta, first tell us, what were the top key takeaways for you from that interaction?
Well, a couple of key takeaways. Obviously, India has the largest number of US FDA compliant plants outside of the US. So we are extremely critical as a generic drug supplier to the US. So based on that, compliance becomes a huge issue for Indian facilities, as we all know how sensitive stock prices are to compliance issues as well. Now, one of the key issues which we've faced in the past is of data falsification, data integrity. So when I asked the US FDA chief whether or not there is any kind of improvement, he said that a lot of companies in India have come up to a standard. Now, on the other issue with regards to cultural issues, top-down management issues, which results in compliance issues traditionally for Indian companies, he said that that too has improved in the Indian context. Now, the recent spate of incidents which have taken place with regards to substandard drugs which have been manufactured in India, for example, cough syrups as well as the eye drop incident, he said that the recent issues in India has in fact strengthened the idea that there should be one standard for all when it comes to a quality of drugs, and there's no reason why there should be no digital access to the supply chain. So that's the fear, that, the supply chain can continuously be contaminated and you can have issues such as the cough syrup incident coming up simply because of the supply chain not having that sort of compliance or clarity as well. Separately, strategy in India, we will see more unannounced inspections in India. So what takes place generally is that there is an intimation a few weeks in advance. So there will be a mix of announced and unannounced inspections in order to increase the compliance or in order to have a better oversight. So he did meet a lot of companies while he was here, and he said that, a response from a company on that was that come anytime you want. And that's the kind of response that they're seeking from an Indian company. Now, onshoring or bringing manufacturing activity back to the US, which would be a critical, important, takeaway. It would take away business from India if in case that takes place. He said that they need to reduce the reliance when it comes to countries such as China on the supply chain. So post-COVID-19, that was one of their key learnings, that they have to strengthen the supply chain. So critical supply of drugs is never impacted. But India will continue to be a dominant part of planning the resilience of supply chains. So no, we're not going to have business taken away from us. We're a $20 billion industry when it comes to Indian pharmaceuticals, and that should probably be protected and grow because of the global demand of drugs. Lastly, the India-US relationship, it was very pleasant to hear him talk on that, where he indicated that, India and US are powerful economies with strengths which match, and we have a very close relationship. It's been probably the strongest it's ever been, and hence he was quite bullish on India's prospects.
All right, so all good things and some not so good things immediately, but which will in turn